1 day now after the release of the testimony in Jeffrey Epstein's 2008 grand jury case, our teams have now sifted through the 150-plus pages now released. The state presented 5 girls to the grand jury some 16 years ago. Of course, we now know there were hundreds more victims. We're also now starting to see how prosecutors introduced these girls and presented their stories to that panel of jurors. The surprise release of those graphic transcripts from the grand jury testimony once again thrusting Palm Beach County into the global spotlight. Circuit Judge Luis Delgado ordered the 16-year-old documents be released the very day a new state law signed by Governor Ron DeSantis earlier this year on Palm Beach took effect. Judge Delgado writing, the testimony taken by this grand jury concerns activity ranging from grossly unacceptable to rape. All of the conduct at issue, he wrote, is sexually deviant, disgusting, and criminal. The judge went on to say, tragically, the record reveals that Epstein used children to find more victims, and there is nothing in this record that was outside the knowledge of law enforcement or prosecutors. A deeper read of the testimony heard by the grand jury reveals a back and forth between the prosecutor, supposed to be bringing charges against Epstein, questioning a witness on the stand, a police investigator, asking about Epstein's knowledge of the girl's age. The prosecutor said, okay, she was 16, but does she ever tell him she's 16 or 17? The investigator says no. The prosecutor, did any of these girls ever tell him they were under 18? The answer, well, he knew they went to a local high school. Prosecutor, that was not my question to you. His answer, okay. The prosecutor again, did any of these girls ever tell Jeffrey Epstein that they were under 18? His answer, not to my knowledge.
How does that make sense? How does any of this make sense?
Today, Haley Robson, one of the hundreds of girls who now call themselves Epstein survivors, say it was brainwashing that went on. Many of the girls from lower income families where a couple $100 for a quick massage on Palm Beach was great money.
I read my deposition from, I believe, 2006 to 2009. And I just remember being in the office crying because I felt so awful for the girl that was being deposed. She clearly thought this man was everything to her. I thought this man was my friend. And when I go back and I look at that deposition, it makes me sad that I felt so highly about him. I had such high regard that I was trying to protect him, almost borderline Stockholm syndrome. And I mean, obviously the woman I am today, I see that and it makes me disgusted. It makes me sad that somebody was able to carry that much manipulation and exploit me.
Robson, like many of the girls, was first a victim, then told to bring her friends. The younger, the better, she was instructed.
I was a girl that got sexually abused and then was told to bring other girls. All of us brought other women. All of us brought other girls. Some of the girls brought their family.
Later, Robson says she was followed and surveilled and intimidated to keep quiet.
Why would you need to surveillance a 16-year-old? What did you think I was gonna do? But that was just one of his intimidation tactics. That was just one of them.
One of the victims testified Jeffrey Epstein knew she was underage, but didn't mind, gave her a camera and a matching bra and underwear for her 18th birthday. Another victim said she was embarrassed and she didn't want to testify again if this case had moved forward to trial.